How's it going, people? XSalmonSlapperx here. And yeah, been a while, but RSQuest rocking out. It's the last prerequisite for me to do while guthix sleeps and Ritual of Marjora. So, as you can guess, the next one up will most likely be while guthix sleeps. I'll probably either do it next week or the week after. But anyway, on to rocking out. So, quest requirements. You need 69 smithing, 63 thieving, 66 crafting, 60 agility, and complete the Great Brain Robbery. You also need to have done Recipe of Disaster up to the point where you can get yourself a diving apparatus and fishbowl helmet. So to start this off, you need to be in Port Phasmatis. Items you need is 3 pieces of pirate clothing, can be any pieces, 1 ghost bigami, 2 bronze wire, 25 ecto tokens, unless you've got a ring of Charos then you need 10, a book of piracy, diving apparatus, fishbowl helmet, 1 charcoal, 1 hammer, at least a K coins. Optional items is the ring of Charos, Ectophile, Explorer's Ring 3 or 4, and an Amulet of Glory. Because you really do need them to get around quickly, otherwise this quest will take you fucking ages. So basically, to start this quest off, you head to the port in Port Phasmatis, the far eastern, where Bill teaches, and we actually need to be talking to him to start, so jump on board the ship and talk to him. So, once you've talked to him, Cabbage Port, and we need to be heading to Remington. And we now need to get arrested and thrown in jail. So, head all the way down to Remington. And in the south end of Remington is this little house here. If you check the notice board, there'll be a little story on there. The answers to the questions this NPC here is going to ask you are actually in that little notice. But if you're like me and you can't be asked to read, then you can literally just talk to him and choose every single option until you get them all right. So once you're ready, talk to the customs officer and tell him you were a great pirate. And he won't believe you. And he'll ask you a couple of trick questions, which, as I just said, answers are on that little notice board. Apparently they're different for everyone, so just run through all the answers. Eventually he'll agree that you're a pirate. When he does, he'll tell you to take off all your equipment and put it in the locker. The locker acts as a bank deposit box, so don't worry if you don't actually need any items for this section, so chuck it all in and talk to the customs officer. And you'll get transported to prison. Yay, jailbait. So, now that we're in here, we need to talk to young Ralph, who's next door. So, to do that, shout through the barred window inside your cell, right there. But apparently he's deaf and can't hear you. So, we need to get his attention. And to do that, we need to collect some items. So, first things first, search the rubble just outside your cell. You'll get an accordion. Then you want to check your cell door, talk to the guard, he'll give you some writing utensils. Which should be paper, ink, and a quill. You want to pick up the tin cup that's on the floor. Then right next to the barred window you can see the little pipe. Try and right click on that and tap the pipe. When you do that, you should have a conversation with another random inmate, and eventually you'll break off some of the pipe. There we go. So use your ink on the paper, and you should get inky paper. You then want to use your tin cup on your cell door, and you'll start asking for food from the jail officers. If it doesn't work first time, no worries, just do it a couple more times. Eventually they'll chuck food over you. Third time lucky. But now that we've got all the items we need, we then use your ink bottle on the sharp rock just outside your cell, and that'll smash it. Use your smashed bottle with the accordion, and that'll put a hole in it. You then want to use your iron pipe with the accordion, or pipe with the accordion I should say. Then you want to use your inky paper with the accordion, and you'll now have a vacuum. So, time for something random. Use your fishy prison top on the perch rock, which is literally just outside. Eventually a seagull will pop down. You then want to use your vacuum on the seagull. Or the perch rock, I should say. And you'll suck the seagull into your vacuum. Kind of random, but yeah. So now that you've violated a bunch of RSPCA rules, go back into your cell and use your accordion with the barred window to get young Ralph's attention. So, once you finish talking to him, you now need to go outside, and eventually you'll come across a pier, and you'll just dive off of that. Apparently we now need to get 5 marks from different pirate captains. Jumping off the pier, you'll now end up on Karamja Island next to the Gnome Glider. Couple of choices: you can home port and then use a glory to teleport to Karamja, because we're heading to Captain Izzy, who's the Brimhaven Agility Arena bloke. But myself, I'm just going to run up there, so. So, when you get up here, talk to Captain Izzy and ask him about the mark or rocking out. and he'll give you his mark, but in return he wants a brooch that was taken by the customs officers. So to do that, we now need to get rearrested, so we have to head back down to Rimington. You can either use the Karamja boat to get back over there, or like I'm doing now, go into Toxcat, get your explorer's ring and cabbage port, and then run down to Rimington. Once you're here, talk to the customs officer and get rearrested. Put your explorer's ring in the locker. But once you're rearrested, check the bed and you'll get a lockpick. Use that lockpick on your cell door. As soon as you're out, the customs officer will start attacking you. You actually need to kill him, so punch him in the eye. And when he eventually dies, you'll drop a custom officer's uniform and a myth skimmy. Equip all of that. Once you got all that on, head upstairs. Then upstairs again. And go through the door. The locker officer will let you in. And we now need to find the file on Wander the Fish. It's this cabinet here if you're watching this, or if you're playing along with it. It's the central bookshelf, top left hand corner. Once you've got that, talk to the locker officer inside you, and he'll give you the brooch. Once you've got the brooch, home port. And then head to the bank. As we now need to get some more items. So once you're at your bank, the items you now need are: you'll need the brooch we just got, your explorer's ring, either 3 or 4. You'll need your 3 pieces of pirate clothing, your ectofile, a book of piracy, a charcoal piece, and an amulet of glory. Equip all your pirate stuff. Once you've got all that, use your amulet of glory and teleport to Karamja. So we now need to go and speak to Captain Izzy again to hand him over the brooch so he can give us his mark. Run, run, run. Run, 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 run. Run, 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 run. Talk to Captain Izzy about rocking out. You'll hand the brooch over and he'll give you his pirate mark. That's 1 down. Once you've done that, cabbage port. And then head south to Port Sarim. Literally just next to the pub, you'll find Captain Redbeard. And you now need to talk to him about rocking out. And he'll basically say he doesn't believe you about Rabbit Jack, so he wants proof. And to do that, we need to get a letter from Brother Tranquility on Mos Harmless. So use your ectofile. And then run over to the boat. And get a ride over to Mos Harmless. So, talk to Brother Tranquility. He's literally just off the pier. And ask for the letter. While we're here, we'll start another one, so go back to Port Phasmatis. You can use your ectofile if you want, it's a bit quicker. But now we need to go to Brain Death Isle, which is just northeast of the ectofungus, and talk to Pirate Pete. He'll knock you out and take you. Once here, head slightly west of where you are and talk to Captain Braindeath. And to get his mark, we need to sell Braindeath rum to the Port Saran pub. So once you finish talking to him, we now need to cabbage port again and talk to Redbeard. And pass him the letter. We'll talk about rocking out and you'll pass it over. Basically, he still doesn't believe you, so you want some more evidence. But while we're here, we'll do Captain Braindeath's version. So head into the pub and talk to the bartender and ask him about rum. Basically, he'll tell you that he refuses to buy the rum because no one wants to drink it. But he will buy it off you if a bunch of people ask for it. But before that, as soon as you finish talking to him about rum, offer it to buy a drink and one for him as well. Do this 5 times. And eventually, you'll get the bartender drunk. Once you've done that 5 times, don't talk to him again. Head outside first and put on one of the disguises, then go in and talk to him again and ask him about rum. Once you finish asking him with the one disguise, walk outside the pub again, change your disguise, and ask him about rum again. Do this for every single one of the disguises you've been given. Make sure you don't change your disguise while you're inside the pub, otherwise you'll know it's you, and you'll have to start all the way from the beginning again, which is always a pain in the ass. So disguise, outside, change the disguise, come back in, ask about rum, back outside, change the disguise, back in, talk to him about rum. Simple as that. Eventually, after you've used every single one of the disguises, take your disguises off and go back in as yourself and ask him about rum again. This time he'll say people are interested in buying the rum, so he'll place an order with you. Once you've got that order, we now need to head back and use an ectofile and head to Brain Death Island again. So talk to Pirate Pete, he'll knock you out. Head slightly west and talk to Captain Braindeath, and this will get Captain Braindeath mark. So that's 2. Head south then, and down any of the sets of stairs, and slightly south again, and you'll find another captain here, Captain Donny. Talk to him about plans. Eventually he'll give you a sheet with plans on, but it's only got half the information. Apparently 50% Luke has got the other half written on his leg. So head northwestish from Captain Donny, and you'll find 50% Luke. Use the plans on 50% Luke. If you forgot your charcoal, or you don't have your charcoal, there should be some in one of these crates around here. But basically you'll fall over, take a rubbing from his leg, and then a little conversation between you and him goes by. So once you finish talking to that fella, cabbage port, and talk to Redbeard, and he'll then give you his pirate mark. So that's 3 out of 5. Use your ectofile and head towards Port Phasmatis Bank, as we now need to get some more items. You don't need your beers on you, so you can drop all them. You may as well take off your pirate clothing, you don't need that. So, items you need for this little section, you'll want your ectofile, your ring of Charos, diving apparatus, your fishbowl helmet, 25 ecto tokens, or 10 if you've got your ring of Charos, 2 bronze wire, and your ghost speak amulet. Additionally, although I didn't say it at the beginning of the quest, you can use boots of lightness here, as you need to be under, I think it's 27 kilograms, but you don't actually need it. So equip your ring of Charos, your ghost speak ammy, your diving apparatus, and your fishbowl helmet. And you should only have like 10 kilogram worth of weight on you. Once you've got all that and you're ready to go, head over to Bill Teach on his ship and talk to him about rocking out. And he'll say he'll only give you his pirate mark if you get the idol that 50 ships Mufasa has. So once you finish talking to Bill Teach, you then want to travel to Mossel Harmless, which Bill Teach will take you there. Head slightly north until you hit the pub. Go in the pub and upstairs. Then to the north end of the pub, you'll find 50 ships Mufasa, somewhere in here. There he is. So talk to 50 ships and he'll basically say you have to become a member of his crew to find out any information. Agree. And you'll go through a long ass conversation with him, and basically he'll tell you that the idol is at the bottom of the ocean. So while we're here, there should be another bloke here somewhere. There he is, Brass Hand Harry. You want to talk to this fella, and thanks to the letter of recommendation from Bill Teach, he'll now talk to you, and he'll offer his mark to you if you can make a hand for him. He'll give you 5 random pieces, take them all apart. Once you've done that, just left click on any piece, and this little screen will pop up. Basically, with all these hand parts, you now have to put them exactly where the shadow is. Pretty simple. You can rotate them, move them left, right, up, down. But basically put them all on top of where the shadow is. This bit may take a while, because you've got to get it exactly right. It's a bit of a pain in the ass, to be honest. Yeah, something like that. And then once you get it like that, just move bits and pieces just slightly different, and eventually the screen should disappear. There we go. So once you've done that, talk to Brass Hand Harry again. He'll give you an ink pad and a piece of paper. Use the hand on the ink pad, and then the inky hand on the piece of paper. And then talk to Brass Hand Harry again to confirm. And he'll give you his pirate mark. So once you've got that, head back to Port Phasmatis. And this is the point where you need to make sure you have under 27 kilograms worth of stuff. So you can see I've only got 10. But you can just bank if you decide to bring armor or something for whatever given reason. And you need to talk to the pirate captain right here. Or ghost captain. And he'll take you to Dragontooth Island. If you've got your Ring of Charos, then you can change the cost from 25 active tokens to 10. If you haven't, no worries, it's only 25 active tokens. It's not exactly hard to get. So once you're on Dragontooth Island, head towards the northeastern part of the island. And as you can see a little post there, this is where you can dive. So jump in the water. And once you're down here, head east. And eventually you'll find an octopus holding a key. And there. Karamthulu. Catch it. And make sure you go through the text. And you'll get the key. Whilst you're here now, you need to head on to the ship. The lobsters on you are aggressive. They're only level 60 though. I'm not sure if the crabs are aggressive, but they wasn't to me, so. But once you're on you, head up the stairs and search the chest. And you'll get a crowbar from the chest. Then, right next to the mast, you want to climb down the ladder. And to the left of the ladder, when you're downstairs, you'll see a pile of crap. Just dig that. You need the crowbar for it, so. Eventually you'll find the idol. As soon as you see it, take it. And then use your ectofile. And we now need to head back and talk to Bill Teach. To save a bit of time, head to Port Phasmatis pub, and Bill Teach is actually in there. Talk about rocking out, and he'll give you his pirate mark. So once you've done all that, head to the bank, and this is the last part of the quest. Get all 5 of the pirate marks, bring your 3 pieces of pirate clothing, and you'll want your explorer's ring as well. So once you've got all that, chuck on your pirate clothing, and then Cabbage Port, and we're now heading back to Rimington, as we need to get rearrested. Once you're here, talk to him, and you'll ask for a file. He'll give you the file. Use your pirate mark on the file, and he'll put all of them in there for you. Once you've got that, talk to him again, and he'll take the file from you. Then use the locker and chuck all your pirate clothing inside. Talk to him again and he'll arrest you and you'll go back to jail. So same as before, check the bed and you'll get the pick lock. Use the pick lock on the prison cell. And kill one of the customs officers. Once he's dead, pick up all of his shit and equip it. And same as before, head upstairs. And upstairs again. And through the door. And talk to the locker officer inside. And you'll ask him for your file. You'll hand the file over. Once you've got that, head back downstairs and go back into your own cell. And then shout through the barred window in your cell to Murphy and tell him you've got all the marks. And that's it. Quest complete. Congratulations. This is the last prerequisite I got for RotM and while guthix sleeps, so next one will almost definitely be while guthix sleeps. I'll either upload that next Friday or maybe a fortnight Friday, as I'm quite tempted to make another Vindictus video showing all of the perilous ruin bosses, as that game is still quite fun. So I hope you all enjoyed. Sorry it's been so long since the last RSQuest, but distractions and my internet being wank. Unbelievable how shit my internet is. I've rung up my ISP supplier and they decided they'd send an engineer out after doing like fucking 4 hours worth of bullshit to try and find out what's happening. It's still fucked. But anyway, quest complete. That's 2 quest points, 25k thieving, smithing, crafting, agility, and then free access to the Brimhaven dungeon, agility arena. You can now catch pirate implants, and you can now thieve from the safes in here. So all in all, not a bad quest reward, especially as it's a prerequisite for something I actually want to do. Yeah, pretty simple quest. It'll probably take you anywhere between half hour to an hour and a half, I guess, depending on how often you check back to the video or guide, whatever you're using. Yeah, that's it. So yeah, after that ISP engineer decided to come over, apparently it was fixed and it's still disconnecting and just not working. So all in all, shitty weeks. But it's working enough at the moment for me to be able to upload these, so here we are. So I'll catch you all next week then. See you later.